Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be working on the Kia Rio again. So we're going to be replacing the tailgate switch, which is the hatch switch that opens the hatch. Now, the reason why we're doing that is over time, the rubber boot on the switch actually degrades and breaks and exposes the circuit board and the switch to the elements. Essentially, if water gets in there, it's going to short circuit the switch and you won't be able to open your tailgate or your hatch. Now, we got a switch from AliExpress right here. This cost $10 Canadian shipped. I'll leave a part number in the description so that you guys can actually go and look for it. You can purchase it almost anywhere like Amazon, eBay, even AliExpress, which is where I got it from. It'll cost roughly around $10. So this is going to be a cheap, easy, simple fix. So let's just get to it. All right, so as you can see, that little yellow dot right there, that's the switch exposed. So it's supposed to have a rubber covering here, if you guys notice. If you guys have this car, you'll know that there's a rubber seal here that covers the switch. And right now it's currently completely exposed. Now, if your switch actually does get short-circuited and you can't open your hatch, there is a handle on the back here, behind here, that will allow you to open your tailgate. And then you could start replacing the thing. So it's on the back panel. You just undo this and you should be able to release your hatch from here. Now, we're just gonna get started and replace the switch. All right, so how you would start to get this going is you need to remove some screws on the back panel because the assembly is bolted on or screwed on behind here. Now, there's only 2 screws here, and we're just going to undo these 2 screws. They're just Phillips screws. Now, after you've removed the 2 screws, you can pop these covers off. I don't think there's anything behind here besides just this for your, I guess, bulbs. But this will give you some leverage. As you can see, the panel gets a little loose now and it just pops off like that. So just gives you some leverage. It's held on by just clips after that. So you can do that to the other side as well. And it'll give you some leverage and pop. Comes right off. Just like that. These are the clips that are holding it in place. Alright, so in order to replace the switch, as you can see, it's held on by 3 bolts here. They're 10mm bolts, and it's also clipped into here. So all you do is disconnect this, make sure the switch you order is the same with this kind of harness, which should match the one we have, this is the new one. And as you can see, the harness matches because they make different harnesses. If you get a wrong one, you'll have to splice it, but this seems to be the right one. And the color code even matches. Now, I guess before you even start, you could test to see that the switch you ordered works by plugging it in. And as you can see, the switch does work. Now, we just have to remove this assembly and then swap this out. And then this assembly should just come out. Just like that, it comes right out. And then you would want to, if you look behind here, there's a grommet. So you want to pop this grommet through like this. And then the whole assembly comes out. So as you can see, the switch is just held on by 2 screws here, these 2. So all you really do is get a screwdriver back there and remove it, but it's kind of hard to kind of get in there, so you probably want to remove these 2 screws first and then take the whole thing apart. So let's just do that. and then it just pops off. Like that. Just a little bit of maneuvering. Now we have access to this switch here. Let's get the new one as well. So as you can see, the holes match up, and you'll just have to screw it in. So that comes off like that. Slip this right through. Pop the new one in. And it fits perfectly. Well, gotta maneuver it in, hang on. There you go. Now it's fit perfectly, and then you screw the new one in. So they are self-tapping screws, so you have to tap the screws in there. So just to give you guys a side-by-side comparison, look at this. This is the old switch that's all broken out because over time, this, like I said, this piece wears out, and this is the new one installed. When it's underneath the car, you can't even tell. It's just like this. So it looks pretty good. I think it's identical. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it looks identical. So now we just reassemble it onto this piece. There we go, clipped in, and I screw these back. And then, since we're all ready, we're just going to pop this right back into the car. The reinstallation is about the same, but you do have to get the grommet sealed on here, so that's the only little tricky part. But there you go, it's sealed in. You just pull it from the back. Oh, it's upside down. And then it will just plug right in like we did earlier, like that. And then we reinstall the 3 screws or bolts, nuts. Anyways guys, that's how you replace a hatch or liftgate switch on a 2013 Kia Rio. Pretty simple process, and it only costs $10 to get a replacement. Way better than having something that's open like this, which won't last too long. But since the switch still works, we're just going to keep it as a spare anyways. I personally don't like throwing anything out. Anyways guys, I hope this helps you guys out. If you haven't already, please comment, like, and subscribe, and share my videos. As always guys, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.